Welcome guys in our video. Please subscribe, share, like and comment. In our today's video, we're going to discuss about the factors to consider during the time you are culling your animals in a dairy farm. Culling, this is the practice whereby you are selling or you are getting out the stock of animals that they are not producing or they are not profitable to your farm. So culling is not a bad thing in dairy sector because we are doing dairy as a factor or as a business area. So culling is a good thing to be done in dairy farming because this is whereby you are selling. Let me say selling. You can either sell for a slaughter or sell for other farmer who needs low milk animal that can give him or her just few liters of milk a day. So culling is a good thing in big dairy farms, whereby you'll be selling animals that that are not so profitable as compared to the amount of feeds they are eating, or the production rate is very higher, or the feeding rate is very higher than the pro. Okay, I'm sorry. They are producing less and they are feeding more. In simple terms. So culling is a good thing. That is the topic we're going to discuss today. So let us go into the what we have for today as we learn on the factors consider when doing what, when culling an animal or selecting which animals you are going to cull in your farm. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. If you have any comment, any feedback, don't hesitate to reach us. We are here to help each other and grow together in this farming. Milk production as a factor in the culling of dairy animal is a crucial thing. As we all know, in dairy farming, we are dealing with the production of milk and plenty of milk and quality milk. So when you consider or when you notice that in your herd there is an animal that is not producing enough milk basing on the amount of feed that it is eating, you should start looking about the record of that animal in the line of feeding and in the line of milk production. So when you notice that your animal is consuming more as compared to the output, that is the milk production, there is something should ring in your mind for you now to start checking and knowing if this animal you should cull it or you should improve some of the management practices. So assuming you are providing your animal with everything, there is enough feed, the animal is healthy, clean water, all the areas of the pens are very clean, but the production rate of milk of the animal is reducing to a place whereby if the animal is taking you in losses, you should now decide to cull your animal because milk production is the only factor that is keeping that animal to your pen. So if your animal is healthy, the animal is very, very in good condition, but the production rate is very low or it is reducing to a state whereby you are noticing that this animal it's giving me losses, you should cull that animal. So milk production helps in the checking or in the deciding or in the making decision in your dairy herd which animal will I cull. Yeah, because you can't just cull an animal without a reason. So when the production rate of the animal lowers down, you should cull that animal and for you now to maintain a good breeding or a good milk production stock for to run in losses and close your dairy farm. So that's a good factor that you need to consider when it comes to culling of the animals. Another thing to consider is chronic health issues. When we say chronic health issues, here we mean you need to take your health record book. After taking your health record book, you will go an animal by an animal, depending on the way you have named your animals. If you have named your animals based on the names, tag numbers, go systematically one animal by the another, one animal by the other, for you to identify which animal is exploiting you. Some cases you find some animal they have too much of health diseases, and most common diseases in dairy farming like the mastitis. So once you take your health record book, you'll come to know which animal in your farm is taking more time, or it is the health status of that animal is very low. Once you identify the animal that has the lower high risks of diseases, it is now high time for you to see, okay, this animal is very, very chronic to diseases. Hmm? This animal is consuming more money on purchasing drugs. Now, considering that this animal it has health problems, does it produce more milk? Yeah. Okay, assuming it produces more milk, is that milk sufficient enough to maintain that animal on the drugs and sustainability of it, other than feeding and other management practices? So once you identify in your dairy herd, some animals that are very, very chronic diseases. Any small disease, the animal is down. The animal has mastitis, recurring. The animal has a problem giving birth. The animal has retained after birth. Calcium problem. Yeah. ECF affecting the animal. Such an animal is now telling that, or when you talk about now dairy farming for business, that animal is not a good meat producer, because most of the time, or most money being produced on that animal, you will be using the money to do what? To treat that animal. So as a farmer, you'll be going at a bigger loss. So the best practice that you can do to such an animal is doing what? Culling that animal. So culling is a good thing. Mostly is a good thing. It helps farmers. It helps dairy farms, yeah, to maintain their standards and to produce more milk, more quality milk. Because when an animal gets mastitis, that animal you can't sell that milk, because the milk will spoil faster. The milk will be is very bad. Even the milk affects the animal health. The disease needs more cash to treat. So once you identify the animal that consumes more money or more drugs, such an animal you need to cull it with immediate effect for you now to maintain the good breeding stock. So the low milk production was a factor to consider. Consider also what? The chronic health and issues. Okay, normal diseases, you can sustain that. There's like an animal gets sick after a long period of time, this disease, but recurring, the animal is not pocket friendly. You need to cull it, and you'll be doing good business. Yeah. So you need to consider such things when it comes to culling. The fertility status of the animal, fertility of the animal. Yeah. Animals that have poor fertility, but their rate of conserving, not conserving, the rate of conceiving is very low. Such animals, you should not rear them in your farm. As we all know, or as most dairy farms usually do, an animal should produce a calf yearly. Every year, a cow should be producing one calf yearly. So, if the fertility status of this animal is very low, yeah, in a case where that you find an animal goes for 2 years without giving you a calf, such an animal is a burden to your farm. So, you should try your best to be getting a calf every year. A cow should be giving you one calf yearly. So when we talk about the fertility status of an animal, these are crucial factor to consider mostly, because you'll find some cases an animal You give it salt, it doesn't show any signs of heat. You give it hormones, you supplement the animal with nutrients. You do your very best to the animal, but it takes long time for it to do what? To come on heat. So such an animal is the animals that you need to cull in your herd for you now to do what? For you to have to remain with a good stock that will be giving you more milk, and every year you'll be expecting a what? A calf. We have some causes of such a problem to some animals, the fertility issues. Some are inheritable, maybe the gene of the mother had such a problem, but some they are acquired. Such characteristics they are acquired, and such characteristics you can try your best to control that. So once you give proper management to your animals, that is you are managing your dairy farm very well. You are giving your dairy animals quality feed, quality nutrients, balanced nutrients. There is sufficient of requirements for an animal. You are providing the animal with everything that it requires. So such an animal will not miss to come on heat after giving birth. That is the second or third month. That animal will come on heat. So make sure you do proper management of your dairy farm, giving them salts, uh, good quality feed, dairy milk, well balanced nutrients. Another thing that can cause such a problem is overfeeding your heifers. Yeah, when you overfeed your heifers with the too much of fat feeds, yeah, too much protein, you'll find that heifer will overgrow and will have some problems when it comes to fertility. So heifers mostly you should not give them too much of protein feed, because such feed they usually the excess of it is being converted to fats, which is usually being deposited in all part of the body. That's affecting the what? The reproduction system of the animal. So this challenge mostly affects the heifers. Yeah, this is the fertility issue. Most affected affects the heifers, but some cows can acquire during the process of their production. They can acquire the fertility problem. Maybe it got some diseases. Maybe it had an abortion caused by maybe ECF, too much of heat, what the animal got aborted. Or sometimes the issue of return after birth, the doctor or the veterinary didn't do proper cleaning in the womb of the animal. It gets some growth inside the womb, leading to fertility problems. So make sure when you have any challenge that is a reproductive problem, make sure you get a qualified person that will guide you or will help to treat that animal well. You can find a quack coming to your farm to remove the return after birth, yeah, or even a fetus that there's some they call it mummified fetus, dead fetus in the womb. They don't clean the system very well. That such an animal gets production problems. Yeah, so make sure we do our best so as the problems will not come from the side of the management. The fertility problems will come from the lineage or inheritance of the animal. So such a problem also you should consider. So we said first problem is what? First thing you should check on is the milk production. Secondly, the diseases status of such animal. Thirdly, we are talking about what? Thirdly, we are talking about the fertility problem. Yeah, the rate of at which the animal is giving birth. Okay. Let us move to the fourth point that we need to consider before. The fourth one that you need to take caution is the age. The age also matters when it comes to culling. Age is a factor, yeah, because we all know as the animal gets older, the production of milk lowers. The general production of the animal goes down. So the age of the animal also matters a lot when it comes to culling of the animal. So make sure you have a proper record that is giving the details of each and every animal. So as you will know, this animal was born this year. How many years have I had this animal in my farm? Most animals usually start lowering their production from from year 7, 8 there. The production rate of most animals goes down. So once you know the age of your animal, you'll come to know, okay, this animal, the production rate is going down because it is getting older. It will give you now more time for you to do what? To look for a replacer, for you to replace such an animal and do better. So age is also a factor when it comes to production of milk, and you should consider that as a factor for you during the time of culling. Another thing is replacement strategy. You know, each dairy farm they have different strategies they use when it comes to the act of replacing animals in the herd. So some different dairy farms they have different principles, different factors they follow or they consider when they are doing what, when they are carrying out the replacement method. So assuming the animal is very old, and now you want to replace such an animal, you need to find some good replacers. As you can see, some good replacement animals that you are going to use to do what, to replace the ones that you are culling, or the ones that they have the deformities, the ones that they are sick, the ones with low milk production. So the replacers that you will use, such heifers, they should be of high quality in the way that you are not going to make another problem to your farm. You have good replacers, and these animals that you are going to take, these heifers now, you should be knowing their history. Yeah, the history of the mother. How was the mother? Was the mother having which diseases? Was the mother chronic diseaser? An animal that is mostly prone to diseases. Yeah. So you should know some history of them. Okay, assuming you are purchasing these heifers, make sure you are given a good history that will guide you that will help you in the choosing or selecting the best heifers to your farm. If you are just if the heifers are from your own farm, there is a good advantage because you yourself, you are the one who have raised those heifers since they were calves, so you know the correct details of those heifers when they were born, any disease they have been since they won, any problem. The mother, you have it in your farm, you know the production rate of of their mothers, and you know the semen that you gave to the mother was of high quality. So such heifers that you yourself you have raised them in your farm, they are more better than the heifers you are going to purchase from other farms, because most farms they will trick you with good stories, but in the real sense those heifers are they're of low quality. So once you cull an animal, make sure you're replacing it with a good producer, an animal that is very very hardy to diseases. Yeah, an animal that will be pocket friendly, will not take more money in terms of treatment management. Yeah, so make sure you do good selection when it comes to the replacers. So I think you can remember we have discussed 4 or 5 points. There are 4 6 points. The low milk production as a factor. We have talked about health, the chronic health here, fertility. I've talked about the replacers routine. I've talked about age. And the issue that you can discuss is the lameness. Yeah, this is just an emergency that can come from any time. Maybe an animal got a broken leg, a broken what, broken. Okay, just normal challenges that okay, let's say normal injuries can also lead to a farmer deciding to cull an animal, just normal injuries. And you see these injuries, they will take more time for this animal to recover You can decide to do what? To cull that and that animal and look for a better replacer. So not okay, not all cullings that are done to the animals with bad genes or bad quality. Some also can be done to good breeders, but maybe the age wise they are more older. Yeah, an animal is producing, yes, but it's more old. Yeah, you need a good breeder. You want to to improve your breeding span. You want to okay. Some things we consider. Okay, some can be positive, but mostly culling is being done for the negative area where the animals are of low production. But when an animal is a good producer but gets an injury that is taking more money or more time to recover, you can cull that animal too. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Together we grow together. Together we promote agriculture. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. We'll be back with more videos.